Hello and welcome to Test Kitchen Live. We are so happy you are joining us. Guys, we are live from Joy Bauer's kitchen in New York. Hey! How fun is this going to be?
This is so fun. And Sandy is my new best friend.
That's right, best friend. So get ready. Guys, Joy Bauer needs no introduction, but I'm going to introduce her anyway. Joy Bauer is the nutrition and healthy lifestyle expert for NBC's Today Show. She's also the nutritionist for the New York City Ballet, best-selling author, and of course, she collaborated with Pampered Chef on our October Taste Buds box, which y'all love those recipes. And she's loving our Pampered Chef products, right?
Oh my gosh. No, I am obsessed. I love the Brilliance line, but all of the gadgets too.
We have so much to show today. And please put in the chat, where are you guys watching from? Again, we are live from New York from Joy's Kitchen. How fun is this on the road? Tell us also, what are you looking forward to seeing, to learning? What kind of tips do you want to see today? Please engage in the chat. We want to hear from you. And we're going to kick it off with a cocktail.
Oh,
what better way to celebrate?
We are. It's happy hour.
I think so.
Sure. So this is actually a beverage with benefits. We're going to make a blackberry margarita. Does that sound good?
Sounds amazing to me.
And so we're going to actually do, I hope this is okay, the mocktail version.
Fine with me. Fine with me. We're live.
But our testers in the back are going to do the cocktail version.
Yeah,
for
they
sure.
can party back there. So what do we got?
So we're going to start with blackberries. And if you can find fresh blackberries in the grocery store, huge bonus. But if you can't, you could also take advantage of the frozen, which they have year round, and just let them thaw a little bit.
Great.
And so the cool thing about blackberries, they're loaded with anthocyanins, which are antioxidants that help boost brain power, cognitive function. So I'm always looking for ways to add health into our food. Even cocktails. So we have our blackberries. The next thing we're going to do is take a lime and we're going to add about a tablespoon of lime juice right into the glass, just like that. And now a little bit of honey. You want to add some honey in there?
Yeah, and we love our petite measure. It is the best way to measure honey.
You have a gadget for everything.
Joy, just wait. Just wait. I'm going to put about a half in hers and the other half in mine. So great because you can just push it all out. You don't have to worry about sticky mess.
Okay, so this is what I thought helped to crumble cooked meat when you had it on the skillet. But Sandy told me that it has another purpose.
You're not wrong. It is pretty epic for ground meat. But you guys, you can muddle your fruit right there with the honey and the lime juice.
It's perfect.
What a great muddler.
Isn't that so great? And so look at the vibrancy of the color, and that's how you know that these blackberries are loaded with anthocyanins. Again, nobody needs to memorize that word, but it's an antioxidant that could help boost memory, cognitive function. It's just overall great for brain health.
Joy, just like those bright colored fruits and veggies, you always know you're not going to go wrong.
That's right? Eat the rainbow. We us nutrition nerds always say eat the rainbow.
We're the cool kind of nerds.
That's right. That's what I like to think.
Yes.
So now it's all about tequila. So if you are having a cocktail like you guys are, you would add about an ounce of tequila, which is about 2 tablespoons into each of the beverages. So I'm going to top yours off. And then you can either, if you're going the mocktail route, you can go ahead and you could put in a sparkling water like we're going to do, or you could top it off with some champagne.
Like our ladies did back there,
right.
Our little friends.
And then you just put some ice cubes in. And guys, I'm telling you, this is really, really delicious.
I love a mocktail.
Yeah, we're going to clink in styles. Cheers.
That's right. And cheers to our 3 local consultants who have joined us today. Boom. So great. And we're also cheersing to Abby, who is going to be manning the chat. Hi, Abby. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. Yes, I'm manning the chat. Everyone's so excited. People are telling us where they're from. So keep participating in the chat and we'll see. Maybe there'll be some surprises later.
Surprises.
It's definitely going to be surprises.
I think there's going to be surprises.
I'm just going to say cheers to good health, delicious food, and this awesome community. And thank you for inviting me in. I feel like I'm in the cool girls squad. I know there's some guys too, so like, I don't want to discriminate.
Okay, I love it. I think we're ready for, well, you know what, Joy? We haven't even said, what are we doing today?
Okay,
if you had to summarize
We're going to put a healthy twist on beloved holiday fare. So all of the foods that we love to gobble down, something that's near and dear to my heart is taking those foods and sort of putting a joyful spin on them. That's what I like to say. So I'm going to show you how to incorporate healthful ingredients into things that you'll feel really good about putting out on your holiday spread, or like just for dinner during the week as well. So, and we're gonna start with I'm jumping on the butter board train, but obviously a butter board is not necessarily healthy. So I tried to figure out a way to sort of take it next level, and we're going to make what I'm calling a Mediterranean hummus board, but we're going to start with hummus.
We are making the hummus in our deluxe cooking blender. I think this is going to be Joy's best friend and all of your best friends watching here today. This blender is amazing. Make your own hummus, make your own nut butter, make your own soups.
So I had never seen this before, and obviously I use blenders all the time, but this is a blender that actually heats up the food also. So what we did right before we went live, we made a butternut squash soup. We added all the ingredients in, we let it heat up, and then we blended and pureed it. I've never done that before. So you are right. This is one of my new best friends in the kitchen.
This is magical. So all we have is some garbanzo beans,
also known as chickpeas.
And then what we do is, I love this recipe because I added Great Northern beans because they're a little creamier. They have a softer skin, and it just really blends up nicely there in the blender.
And the two beans together, you know, now there's a lot of plant-based protein and fiber, and that's like one of the reasons why hummus is so good for you.
It is. And guess what? This is my favorite part. So this is the liquid from the chickpeas, which is called aquafaba.
Try to say that 10 times fast. Get it? Do it.
I already messed up. And we love this because you're not wasting the juice that comes with the chickpeas. This is a vegan girl's dream in baking. It helps make delicious meringues, even whipped cream.
Whipped cream.
And then we've got some lemon juice. Guys, this is so much better than store-bought. If you've made our hummus before, why don't you let us know in the chat? I just have a peeled whole garlic clove.
Pop it in. Garlic is great for your blood pressure.
Love it. And then the other thing that's neat is instead of tahini, which is basically just sesame seed paste,
it's the peanut butter of sesame seeds.
I love that. I love it. But we're just going to use whole sesame seeds because they get ground up right in the blender.
And we got a lot of whoops. We make a mess every single day here.
I have to
I don't know if you caught that. I love that Sandy did it. Normally I'm the one making the mess, but Sandy just splattered.
Don't worry, Joy. Okay. And then we have a couple teaspoons of olive oil and our oil and vinegar dispenser, which is so great because it portions it out.
I love it. I'm gonna borrow that when I make the hummus board.
Okay. We'll make that work. So we're just gonna add a little bit of oil in there.
You guys think of every single gadget.
No, there's so much to think of. And you can add different seasonings to this too, which is fun. You like your paprika. We're going to top ours with paprika.
Even you could also put a little bit of turmeric in there. Give it some anti-inflammatory compounds.
Right.
Yeah, a bright orange pop.
So this is going to go on the grind setting. I'm going to get my tamper out. This guy kind of just helps get everything going.
So this is the kind of thing I actually can't do on live television because it's too loud.
Yes. I mean, ours is not terrible. Look at that go.
That's creating those Michelle Obama arms.
I got a bicep workout. And look at that. It didn't go the whole way, but how easy. Fresh
so
hummus
easy.
In about 2 minutes.
So easy. And what I'm also going to say is that if you don't want to take the time to make fresh hummus, I'm going to show you how to make the board with store-bought hummus too. It works beautifully. But this, I think, is going to be a game changer for you. And I'm sure everybody is well aware of the butter board crazy train right now.
Yeah, Joy, have you seen ketchup boards?
No, a ketchup
board. I mean,
they're
all
French fries.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's like
no, we don't have ketchup boards here. Maybe like a tomato sauce board. That would be good.
Yeah, I like the hummus board. This is where it's at.
So here's our hummus right over here. Again, you can make the homemade hummus or you could buy store-bought. And depending upon how big your crowd is, that's how much hummus you're going to use. So normally I'll use about 2 cups of hummus. And you're going to look how gorgeous the platter is.
Yes, that is our large entertaining platter. This comes in a set with the large and the small and some beautiful stoneware bowls. Guys, I think I've said this before. You've all heard this. When I got this for the holidays, you just feel like a champ. This can go in the oven, by the way. It can go into the dishwasher. So this is going to be your best friend over the holidays.
And
Such a beautiful
Sandy and I
platter.
don't like to clean, so anything that could go into the
It's just so
dishwasher or
elegant.
seamless, it's so elegant.
I
I
love
like the color too.
I do too.
Really pretty. Okay, so now we spread out. You saw how easy that was? You want to sort of do like decorative waves. This is where you sort of let your artiste come out. And we then get to layer this with toppings that not only add a lot of flavor, but also add a lot of nutrition. So, you know, when I think about this hummus, am I okay to do this?
And how does it taste? That's our fresh hummus, by the way.
Okay, so the hummus is delicious. I'm already giving it a 2 thumbs up, but let's take it next level. So the first thing I'm going to do is
What?
I'm going to add
Smoky
some
paprika.
smoky paprika on top. And this is going to give a nice pop of color, which I love. I'm all about the color. I would say this is my favorite spices in the pantry.
I like it on potatoes too.
It almost has a bacony flavor. Is that crazy to say?
Maybe a little umami-ish.
Yeah.
Can I add our lemon
Yes,
garlic? So this
absolutely.
is my favorite spice, our lemon garlic. It's a little Greek, little Mediterranean. I love
Nice.
the pop of lemon, a little extra garlic, and look how beautiful that is.
Gorgeous.
Look at that.
It's snowing seasonings. I
Oh
love
my
it.
gosh.
So now I'm going to put on some sliced black olives. Guys, again, so simple. I opened up a can and I used the sliced olives. Now I'm using a neutral olive deliberately, but if you like a green olive with pimentos in it, you could do that as
I
well.
love olives.
Now I want to get some quercetin, which is an antioxidant in red onions, which also lends a lot of nice color over here. And here's like an interesting little fact. Quercetin is not only an anti-inflammatory, so it could help to ease aches and pains. It also helps to tame seasonal allergies. Isn't that a cool little fact?
Win.
right?
Love it.
Food as medicine. And now, because I'm all about the chives and scallions, I'm adding a little bit of this as well. And now the last thing we need in terms of toppings
Mhm.
would be our olive oil.
Olive oil. Want me to do a little drizzle?
Yeah, do a little drizzle. You know, if we're going Mediterranean, we gotta add a little bit of olive oil. All of that heart healthy fat. That's great. And you see it's all glistening. And so when it comes to your scoopers, I'm all about the nutrient-packed veggies, but I'm also strategic.
Mhm.
So you want sturdy vegetables because if the vegetable is a little floppy, it's gonna kind of plop
And then they
right
lose
in your
it. They lose it in the dip.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh
double
God,
dip.
I
Right.
know. And you also, I'm glad you mentioned double dip. I also like to do small-ish pieces so we don't encourage those double dippers.
Yeah.
None of those double dippers
No.
at our party. Do you guys double dip?
No.
No, never, never.
Yeah. They wouldn't invent it. Okay, we also have endive.
I love it. They're perfect scoopers. Look at those
Just
spears.
look how beautiful this is.
They don't get enough love.
I don't think they get enough love either, and
No.
they're really crisp and fresh tasting when you
Yes.
eat them raw, and they hold up to the hummus
Yes.
so well. So if you haven't tried hummus, Joy, what do you think? Over here, is there a wrong answer? Is
no.
that okay?
You
Okay.
just go for
All
it.
right.
And do you guys see how quickly we put this together? Like that's another beauty of this. I feel like it sort of hits the trifecta. It is absolutely delicious. It's packed with nutrition and it is so easy
Joy,
to make.
and I like to do kind of lighter appetizers in the holidays too, because sometimes you fill up on apps,
That's
and
right.
then the main
I know
dish.
that I love the
I
appetizers.
love the appetizers too, but this is gorgeous.
We got to put
Get
some whole grain
grain
crackers. Yeah, because people like their carbs, including
of
us.
course. I like my carbs.
Including us. Okay.
Oh, you get all the
So we have it over
energy.
Guys, what do you think?
We're gonna let our friends have some while they drink
I'm
their
gonna serve
margarita.
you, okay?
I
Okay,
love
wait.
it.
Cheers to the
Cheers.
Mediterranean hummus board.
That is the best sport I've seen.
Okay, so here we go.
All right, you guys, let us know what you think.
guys.
Beautiful.
Go for it. Okay, the proof is in the pudding. Let's see what the taste testers have to say.
Let's see.
Delicious. I was almost tempted to double dip.
Oh, double dippers in the house.
We would have caught you. We would have caught you. All right,
Oh,
I
gosh.
think we're ready.
Okay, so now that we made our appetizer, we're gonna go straight to a side. This side is a fun single serve spin on something that I'm pretty confident you love and you probably make for Thanksgiving, the beloved sweet potato casserole. But now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make single serves. And What's really cool about this is that you could scale it up or you could scale it down depending upon how many people you have in the house. And if you want, you could also make the baked sweet potatoes ahead of time. And then right before you serve your food on the table, you could put the toppings on. I'll show you how to do that and pop them in the oven and everything comes together lickety split.
I love this. So we cook these on our medium stone bar pan at 400 for about 45 minutes.
45 to 60 minutes, depending on how big your
Size.
potato is. And I will say that the way that I test potatoes, I have two ways because you never quite know if they're ready or not. I put on a mitt and I'll just gently give it a squeeze. And if it's nice and soft, I know that it's ready. If you prefer not to give it the squeeze test, you can also take a knife. Whoops. I told you. I'm around shoes.
Good thing you're wearing shoes.
So you could take a knife or a fork and you could just sort of slide it in. And if it glides in easily, then you know that the flesh is nice and soft and it's ready to
I
go.
love that. I told Joy that I also love making my sweet potatoes in our deluxe air fryer.
Oh, right.
Because there's no preheating the stove. You put it in. I put mine in at 400 for about 20 to 30, depending on the size of the sweet potato. And I
Yep.
love it.
I'm going to
So
try
either
that.
way,
I never tried it in
try
the
that with
air
our
fryer.
deluxe air fryer. It's such a shortcut.
So we slice them in half and you can see, let's talk about sweet potatoes for a minute. Sweet potatoes are full of two wonderful things. One is beta carotene, which promotes a glowing complexion. That's definitely something we all
Healthy
want.
skin, right? Healthy eyes.
Yes,
too. Good
it's
vision.
great. Yes, it helps to promote sharp vision.
Mhm.
It also has a lot of potassium, and potassium helps to manage blood pressure. So two reasons to have sweet potatoes. And if you eat the skin, you get a lot of fiber, which helps to keep things moving
Potatoes
along.
get a bad rap. Let's just
I
end
don't-
it.
I
Let's
don't
end
know
it right
why.
now.
Done.
We love potatoes. All
Done.
kinds of potatoes.
Okay, so now what we're gonna do is you take this fork, I'll take
Okay.
this fork, and we're just
Just
gonna
gonna
sort of fluff the insides a little bit.
Okay, and ours cool down. You want to let it cool
Yes.
down for what? 5-10 minutes?
Yeah, 5
So
minutes
it-
is fine.
Okay.
And now I
Oopsies.
have, each one is gonna get a teaspoon of room temp butter.
Okay.
Here, I'll put butter on yours.
And a
And we're
little
gonna
salt.
do, a pinch of salt and a pinch of cinnamon.
Yeah, this is our Korinji
So,
cinnamon.
let's
It
do
is
this.
so delish, packed with flavor.
Yum.
You have to have this over the holidays.
So you take a pinch off my
Okay.
hand, and I'm gonna take a pinch over here.
I love cinnamon. Lots of
Cinnamon helps-
anti-inflammatory
yes, it helps to
properties
regulate
too, right?
your blood sugar. We're
Yes.
nerding out. Okay.
You guys, this is kind of like
Okay.
my dream.
Sandy's never leaving. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna like trap you in the basement. Will you do the Today Show with me
Sorry,
on
husband.
Friday? No, you can bring your husband
Sorry,
over too.
Okay. I'll be
Does your
back
husband clean?
someday. Sometimes.
Okay, good.
Sometimes. Okay. Then we
Okay.
just top with the marshmallows.
Yes.
Is mine okay? That looks
It's
good.
perfect. And
Okay.
now I usually put about a quarter cup of marshmallows on each of them.
How cute
And-
is this?
and
with the
then
mini
they go
marshmallows?
Back into the oven.
Easy
For just
peasy.
about 5 minutes, and that's
Okay.
it. And you'll see the top is going to get nice sort of char marks. The marshmallows become ooey gooey, and I'm going to show you what they look like because we just took some out of the oven right here. Done. Look at this, guys.
Oh, gorgeous. Oh, gorgeous.
And if you want, you could also sprinkle on some chopped toasted pecans.
Yes, you can.
Sandy, do you say pecans or pecans?
Pecans.
Oh, I did too. I mean, I'm so
Best.
surprised because
Best.
my whole family, everybody says pecans, and they think I'm crazy when I say pecans. They think I'm trying to be fancy, but it just
No.
comes out of my mouth like that.
I like pecans. Okay, guys. And
Ooh.
as an alternative, if you
Ooh.
don't want the single serve sweet potatoes, we also have our savory mashed sweet potato recipe here in our 4-quart insulated bowl, which you do not have for the holidays. I'm just telling you, this keeps your food warm for up to 2 hours. It is so
Ooh.
pretty to bring to the table. And here, let's put this over there. And I'm going to show, I was showing Joy this amazing utensil clip
I love this.
for messy chefs like us.
Yes.
There you go.
So normally what I do is I'll put like a paper towel down
Yeah.
and then I put my spatula or whatever on top. So this is
I'm just putting
really
this right in
handy.
your drawer. Okay.
This is really, okay.
This is yours.
Yeah.
That is yours now. And then
You
we do have the
heard her
pecans.
say that.
Yeah, this is-
You're committed.
So this is part of the recipe is our simple candy pecans in one of your favorite pans, the 8.5-inch nonstick grill.
I love this for
Man.
omelets.
Me too. Yes, all the things.
Yeah.
Just really
and
nice.
I love the non-stick in this foliant slime. And also I become like a pro with the flip.
Of course
Because
you do, because of
nothing's-
those
I
nice
know.
little balls.
Yeah.
So you can
and
tell.
everything slides off beautifully.
So guys, I just have to plug my candied pecans because you make them without butter. It's just brown sugar,
So
some
delicious.
salt, some water.
I wish that we
some
had
cinnamon.
smell-o-vision right now so you guys could smell what's going on in here.
Oh, your two options.
We're basically having Thanksgiving right now.
Friendsgiving,
Yes,
right?
it is Friendsgiving.
Okay, guys. Next up is the main event, right?
Yes,
Mashed
the main
potatoes.
event. So what we're
Mac
going
and
to do is we're going to take a meal that we absolutely crave and we probably have at the top of our comfort food list, mac and cheese. And I'm going to show you how to incorporate butternut squash. So the first thing that I did was I cut up a butternut squash and I misted it with some olive oil, a sprinkling of kosher salt, and I blasted it with high heat in the oven for about 20 minutes. And when I say high heat, anywhere from 400 to 425. People's ovens vary, but basically you just want to get it fork tender and squishable. And you'll see what I mean in a minute.
In this stone bar pan, again, for roasting vegetables, this is my go-to. It is so delicious. You get those toasty, browned tops. You don't have to flip. You can't mess up
And
your
it,
food
and
on
it
this stone bar pan.
distributes the heat
It does
beautifully. I know.
yes, and it holds the heat.
Yeah.
We're not going to cut this whole butternut squash, but we just want to demystify it really quick because we love the butternut squash.
Yeah. And butternut
A lot.
squash is also like the sweet potato. You can tell from the color when you see bright orange, vibrant orange, you know that it's got that beta carotene, again, for glowing skin, to promote sharp vision, better eyes,
Yes.
and also helps with blood pressure as well. So we love
Yes.
this, but they're
Before-
tough to cut.
They're tough to cut. A quick tip that Joy gave me, we're swapping tips, is to microwave it for a couple minutes.
So
whole,
first I
just to get
peel it.
softened.
Yeah, like peel it first and then put it in the microwave for a couple of minutes and let
Check
it
this out.
cool because it could be very, very hot depending upon how long you have it in
Mhm.
there. Then take it out and using a sharp knife, you could generally slice it in half. And I
Yes.
do the same thing with a spaghetti squash too.
Love it. And you also have to have our scoop loop, which is amazing, of course, for scooping out seeds and veins and the bell pepper.
Who else
For
thinks
your
of a scoop loop?
pumpkin.
Is it really
and-
called a scoop loop?
Of course. That's what it does. It scoops and it loops, and then you can roast your seeds.
Did you name it the scoop loop?
Personally, I mean, I wish I did. That was not my.
She's never leaving. Never leaving my kitchen.
So as much, I love our tips, right?
Yeah.
Abby, is everybody
You
loving
guys,
this?
I can't even. I was supposed to try to say something, but I can't get over it. I with these two soul sisters over
Okay,
here. So
okay, we'll let you.
I wanted to give a few tips about our Pampered Chef consultants because you guys have all the nutrition tips,
Okay.
right? So we have Pampered Chef consultants all across US and Canada that just love to bring people together to do stuff like this over the holidays, right? They're creating communities with each other, becoming friends with each other, with hosts, with consultants. It's so much fun. And we have such a great community that you can join Pampered Chef this month, $25, right, in the US and $35 in Canada. It's such a great opportunity. And on top of that, I should have said, through November 14th only. So like the time is now, right? This is the time to do it. So what a great time to join, get a little extra income before the holidays when you need some extra income, a little incremental to get a few extra stocking stuffers for your friends and family. And on top of that, great deal. When you join in November, you can get a chance to earn the multi-cooker, our deluxe multi-cooker, for all those wonderful soups and stews and pulled chicken and all that stuff all winter long when you join in November, and you can earn it in your first 30 days. So what a great opportunity. Talk to your consultant if you want more information. And I thought maybe we'll do a little surprise and delay right now.
Let's do
What
it.
do you think?
Yes.
Is it time?
Yes.
So as Sandy said earlier, Joy helped us and collaborated with Pampered Chef to do our October taste buds with those wonderful recipes. And Joy was so gracious today to sign some of those October taste buds, and we're going to be giving them away to some lucky participants. So if I call your name, please drop a message in the QA of Zoom with your email address. So these people, please let us know your email address so we can reach out to you. Judy Williams, Melanie Roberts, Carrie Peck, Nancy Michaels, Wendy Gunn, Stacy Starr, Alicia Welch, and Cynthia Dorr.
All right. That
was fun.
Exciting. We need a little break.
I know.
We got more to go. We
That
got
was
more to
great.
go. Okay. So back to the butternut squash. It's already roasted, and let me just film on those two.
Okay.
Because
So again, we roasted it until it was super soft.
yes. And this is our potato masher. Just got to show you how it folds for easy storage. You just, go ahead, do the mashing. That's all I had to show you.
But I have to say that I love that because it's so, when it's like this, it's very clunky to keep in the drawer. So the fact that you created one that folds is awesome.
Love it.
Okay, so now what we're doing is, look at this. I'm just going to squish this up, and I'm doing it right on the same sheet that I roasted the squash on, because I don't want to put it in a bowl and have to wash another thing. So that's why I really do like to mash it up right in here. And you see how seamlessly it mashes because it was roasted for the perfect amount of time. And I think like the toughest thing about this recipe is not taking a fork and eating the entire sheet right here.
Joanne, someone could sub out maybe sweet potato if they wanted more. If they weren't a fan
The
of
only thing
squash,
I would say is if you are going to substitute a sweet potato, I would peel it first. I always like to keep the sweet potato peel on, but because this is going to get mixed into the macaroni and cheese sauce, for that one, I would say peel it. Or you could pick up a can of canned pumpkin, canned yams, or canned sweet potato, and a cup of that would be a great swap for this. Okay, so now we're going to take this over to the stove.
Okie dokie.
Let's go on over here.
Okay.
And why don't you tell them about the sauce that we have simmering?
Yes, so we just have some milk with, again, we have paprika, onion powder.
We actually have onion powder, dry mustard, paprika, and this is a 2% or a 1% low-fat milk, but that's because that's what I use in my house. But if you want to use a full-fat milk, you could certainly use that. Now we're adding some cheddar cheese into the mix.
Shredded cheddar cheese.
And I'm going to put in our butternut squash, and everything is going to blend together. And the nice part again is if you have finicky eaters in the house, they're never going to know that you put butternut squash in because it's pretty much the same color as your cheddar cheese.
I know you're also my soul sister because just a little bit of butter.
You gotta put butter in. It's mac and cheese. You gotta do it. You gotta do it because you want to have a rich, creamy mac and cheese sauce.
And let me just tell them about this beautiful enameled cast iron skillet with a lid. So beautiful for the holidays. Again, I kind of just feel like a champ when I'm cooking with this guy in my kitchen. Same wonderful heat retention as regular raw cast iron, but of course it's got this beautiful color, self-basting lids. So when you're making those braises and stews, whatever you're making, the self-basting lids let all that moisture just go right back into the pan.
It's great.
It's so beautiful. This is dishwasher safe. And again, you just kind of feel like a champ. Okay.
And I love your little stirrer.
Oh yeah, our silicone sauce whisk. This is great to make sauces. Just break everything up.
And so while we were making the sauce, what I've done over here is I made a box of whole grain elbow macaroni. And obviously any macaroni will work in here.
But why not whole grain?
Yeah,
right? Why
obviously,
not?
because whole grain is going to give you more fiber and also a little bit more chew factor as well.
I don't think it tastes
Minerals,
any different at all.
Yeah.
I love
and
it.
it's also for people that have gluten-free issues. You could do,
quinoa pasta.
Yeah. And also there's a lot of bean and lentil based pastas now. So lots and lots of options.
Everybody can enjoy. What do you think? Is that looking pretty good?
So I love it. I like that it has a little bit of texture
Me
in
too.
it for sure. And so now I'm going to hold this. Why don't you use the spoon and scoop this in?
Okay.
Put in our macaroni.
And of course, again, this is our brilliant 4-quart saucepan. You got to show them the lids.
Oh yeah.
These lids.
Maybe stop at
that.
that. Let's mix it in. So the lid has the holes, so you don't have to pour this in a colander. So all I did was I made the pasta and then see the little spouts over here, and then I just poured the water out into the sink.
Constantly making pasta for their kids at home, like homemade mac and cheese,
or
right?
for their husbands.
Or for their husbands. This is a game changer.
Or for their bellies,
yes,
their own
exactly.
bellies.
How about we add some cheese?
Yeah.
Right.
And so you can serve it just like this, or you can also transfer it into a casserole dish, and then you could put the Parmesan over the top and then put it under the broiler and get the top all crispy. I love it like that.
I love that.
Yeah.
If you're making it in this pan, this is not broiler safe, but you can turn up the heat and just get it a little bit browned. But
or you could put it into, you have a gorgeous casserole dish too.
We do.
The white
We have a
one,
9 by 13.
I love that.
Yep.
Yeah. And
rectangular
then everybody
baker.
fights in my house over the crispy top. But like, guys, look how cheesy this
And
is.
I love how it hides the butternut squash.
Yes. And what, you know, if we would have spent a little bit more time mashing the butternut squash, you would not even see any of these chunks at all. So maybe what we'll do is let's bring this over to the island and show them one other way that we can serve up.
yes.
You're going to love this. So let me shut this off. Let me see if I got,
hey, I got a little trivet for you.
oh, perfect. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, thank you. So another thing that I like to do is I make the butternut squash mac and cheese muffins. And the way that you do this, and I love these tins. I love the oversized tins.
This is the large
But this
muffin
is-
pan.
Could you imagine? This is like a perfect portion controlled muffin.
This is
Mac and cheese butternut squash muffin. And so the only thing that you have to do is once you make the mac and cheese, you add in an egg.
Yep.
And then you mix in your egg and then you put them right in your muffin tins. It makes a great big batch and you could put them out like a feast beyond feasts on your Thanksgiving
you
spread.
bake these just 20 minutes, I think, at 400. Really
And
easy.
you'll know when the top is. I think we need to take a bite.
Joy, I love these. Can I like just cut it
Like
a
in the
little bit?
spirit of research, we need to test it for you.
Probably.
And then
we're
we'll-
just gonna, you know,
And then we'll
we're gonna
give
go
it
a
to
little
your.
savage. Is that okay?
I love it. Yeah. Heck
We're
yeah.
friends. It's okay. I love this for my son too. Like
Yeah.
to have a little muffin. How much more fun is it to eat
It's
it
so
like
good.
this?
And also if you want, you could put a little bit of like more marinara sauce on top, fancy it
Mm.
up. There's a lot of different ways that you can enjoy
Love
this. There you go.
this.
We're feeding you guys too.
Yay!
Oh, this is taste testers.
Okay, last
Okay.
but not least,
Last but not least,
let me just tell you something. Let me tell them something
Okay.
about this last dessert. Is Joy would not let us say no to this last dessert. She is obsessed with our chocolate peanut butter dates. Just tell them.
okay.
Just tell them.
Legitimately, I would not let them close this event without me showing you these little desserts. Now, I call them Snickers because I'm telling you that when you taste them, you're going to say, wow, she was right. I thought she was crazy when I was watching the show, but when I actually bit into them, it does taste like a
I
Snickers.
can't wait.
So whoever is a little bit squeamish about dates, let me talk a little bit about them first. I'm using the Medjool. These are Medjool squishy,
pretty.
soft, yummy dates. And you have two options. You can either buy them already with the pits out and it will say on the package pitted Medjool dates, or you can buy them whole, just like this. And then you slice the top, you open it up and you just pop out the pit. So it's one extra step if you could only find them in the supermarket with the pits in. And the beautiful thing about dates is that aside from being filled with nutrition, right? They have a lot of fiber. They have a lot of great stuff. They have something that's also good for your fingernails to help them be strong, good for your hair, silicone it's called. And they have minerals and antioxidants in them. But they bring a lot of natural sweetness to any sort of meal.
You don't
And
need to add any
they taste like
extra
caramel.
sugar. Right.
No, so it becomes the caramel part of a Snickers.
I told you guys, she loves them.
I just love these so much.
Awesome.
And yeah, my family can't get enough of them. So my husband's in the back over there, and I'm just gonna say, Ian, how much do you love these Snickers?
That's dinner and dessert.
That's right. I can't wait. So
Okay.
again, peanut butter that we made.
Yeah. So
And our
now,
best friend over here with just peanuts. That's all you need. Maybe a little bit of salt. And then I'm going to chop my peanuts to
Yes.
dust. So of course I have my food chopper, which, you know, one of our OG products, which is great because you can also chop. I'm going to show you, I have a lid for the food chopper that you could also just chop. When you get mad at Ian.
you go, girl. Oh my gosh, I love it.
You
There
ever
you
get
go.
mad at Ian and then
Amazing.
you get to see that.
I never get mad at Ian. Oh my God. Ian is so dreamy. So here I put my peanut butter in, and I also want to say if you have nut allergies in the house, the nut butter can be swapped out for almond butter, cashew butter, soy nut butter. Any of those butters will work. And then you can use the corresponding nut. So because I'm using peanut butter, I'm going to now take 2 whole roasted peanuts. and I put it right in the middle, just like that. So now we have our date, which serves as the caramel. We got the creamy peanut butter in the middle, and we have 2 roasted peanuts in the inside, but we need chocolate. So I have semi-sweet or dark chocolate chips that I melted. Look at this. Look at this.
This is our 1 quart multi-cook or micro cooker, which is so great for reheating leftovers for soup and for melting chocolate.
And then all you do is you take this and you put it over the top, just like this, and you make a whole great big bunch. Now, one more step. Let's put a little bit of topping on it. Those crushed, amazing. Yum. And you put this in the fridge, and it is going to firm. The chocolate firms in just about 20 minutes. And I'm going to show you what they look like. But before I show you what they look like, I'm going to show you one trick that you could do for the holidays that is going to blow your mind. So very quickly again, I'm just going to take my nut butter, right? I'm going to put it in the inside of my date. I'm going to put my 2 peanuts in. Do you see how easy this is? Get your chocolate ready.
Okay, okay. Sleeping on the job
okay,
here.
Here we go. We put the chocolate on just like this. Rub it around a little bit. We're all friends here, right? Okay. And now for the holidays, I have crushed candy cane. So here,
so cute.
I put my crushed candy cane on just like this.
Nutritious and delicious.
And again, we put that right in the fridge. So here's one with peanut. Don't look at my hands, guys. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I did get a manicure though. And we let it firm up. And now I'm going to show you what the finished product looks like, because this is something that you are definitely going to want in your belly. I'm telling you. So let me push this out of the way.
Oh, again, on our medium entertaining platter, which I mentioned came as a set. Look at how beautiful this is. If you put this out at your holiday gathering or spread, come on. So they look like truffles, don't they?
Guys,
they're beautiful.
Oh my goodness, look at this. And I'm gonna, oh my God, hold on, I gotta clean my finger.
I want to take a bite, but I have more to say. I'll take a bite at the end.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
And we'll have to give it, we have to give our taste testers back there a bite as well.
Yes, we do. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. And you know what I like to do? I make like ginormous batches of these, and I put them in mason jars with ribbons, and I give them out as gifts. I give them as gifts, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna give you my address. Okay, guys.
No, you're never leaving. You're staying in my basement. What is she talking about?
Chat forever, you guys. But I want you to put in the chat, what was the favorite thing that you saw today? Please put in the chat. You might get another surprise and delight. What did you see? What did you love? One more quick announcement that there is a shipping cutoff date. If you want to get some of these products or all of these products in your kitchen by Thanksgiving, November 15th, you have to place your order. So please talk to your Pampered Chef consultant about whatever you see, whatever you love. Abby, what do you have to say if someone wants to host their own fun party?
Yeah, if you want to host your own party, November is the time to do it. We have a great sale, $99 in the US, $129 in Canada for select wonderful items. Some of our enamel cast iron.
Oh, yes.
The carving knives, right? So the wok. So definitely it's not too late to host in November. If you saw things you want today, reach out to your consultant and get those parties.
I love it. And one last quick announcement. Our next Test Kitchen Live, December 6th, we're going to be back in Joyce. No, I'm just kidding. Yes! We're not going to be back in Joyce Kitchen. We're going to be back in the Test Kitchen, and our very own chef extraordinaire, our senior culinary associate Brian Stillness is going to be carrying the show. We're going to be baking more and stressing less.
But will Sandy be there? I don't think so, because Sandy is in my kitchen.
We'll see. I might make a surprise, but December 6th, 7 p.m. Central Time. Please be there. It's going to be so much fun, so much baking. Last but not least, there'll be a survey that pops out. If you want another surprise and delight of Joy's Taste Buds cards, please make sure to take that survey. We want to make this experience great for you every single time. So Joy, thank you for having us. This was so much fun. Thank you all for watching.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you like the recipes. I hope that your family loves the recipes. Thank you for sharing all of these gadgets and things with me. I can't wait for you to take a bite.
Me too.
And bye-bye, guys.